biggest mistakes I've done over 12 years of doing digital marketing online. I've made some massive mistakes. In this video, I'm hoping to share those mistakes with you so that you do not have to repeat them. So, if you're a new digital marketer and you want to start your own online business, then the first thing I want to share with you, which was a big mistake I made, which was to focus on the wrong things at the wrong time. Now, what I mean by that is focusing on anything that's not going to bring you in more sales and more clients to your agency is not important. You don't need a website, a logo, you don't need any of those things. I even bought furniture and I got an office and thought I needed to hire people before I even had any clients. I know it sounds silly, but believe me, when you start off, your mind gets frazzled and you don't always know what to focus on. The first thing you need to do in your agency is just validate your demand for your services. Think about what services you're going to offer in digital marketing and then reach out to potential people who might be interested in your services. I would start with people that you already know that are in business. Reach out to them because it's easier for them. They already know, like, and trust you. Reach out to them, offer them a free marketing trial where you work for them for free until they get good results. They can obviously cover the ad costs, but you don't charge them for your time. If you don't have a big network of people who know, like, and trust you, who are in business and need marketing, then reach out to local businesses in your town. Now, I'd highly recommend first going in person, building up the confidence to speak to people and introduce yourself and your business to them. This way, you build up the confidence as a business owner. And when you then speak to people over the phone later on, if you're going to be doing cold calling, then you are more comfortable speaking to people about your services. Many people skip this step because they feel it's scary. They don't want to go out in person speaking to business owners and they fear rejection. But let me tell you, when I started doing this in my business, that's when I saw the fastest growth in my agency. I simply went out to local businesses, and I'm in a very small town, but just to build up the confidence and seeing people that actually want my services made me believe in my agency more. And that's super critical, which I'm going to talk about next. The next thing is the belief. You need to believe in the services you're offering. Now, this is a big thing beginners make when starting off a digital marketing agency. They have the imposter syndrome. So, the imposter syndrome just means you don't necessarily believe you are qualified for doing the thing that you are doing. This is common because in the online space, you can pick up skills easily by just learning through a few courses. And when comparing that to doing a 4 year degree and getting your diploma or your degree at the end of your studies, then you do sometimes feel less qualified to do what you are doing online. Now, let me tell you this, marketing online is a service many businesses need and want, and they will pay you for it. All you need to do is just get them customers. And to help with your imposter syndrome, if you don't believe in your skills yet because you are new, then just offer free services to them. Offer them free services and tell them that you'll start billing them once they are satisfied with your results. Or give them a time limit like a 7 day free trial or a 1 month free trial if you can afford to do that. Believing in yourself goes a long way. This is something you should continuously work on as a person. You need to have strong belief and motivation as a business owner, especially when working online, because you are not going to a physical location. Sometimes you are just working from home. It's easy to feel comfortable and get lazy. Discipline is something you should focus on, and I would recommend reading up on books which encourage discipline and form good habits. The next big mistake I made in my 12 years of running a digital marketing agency is selling to everyone and selling everything to everyone. What I mean by this is in digital marketing, it's a vast industry. There are many services you can offer. It does not mean you should offer everything. You should only specialize in one service and offer that one service to one market. So pick out something that you find interesting in digital marketing. If it is running ads on Facebook, then make that your specialized service that you're selling. If it's running Google ads, then make that your specialist service. Or if you are more into developing websites, then make it that. Or if you just enjoy managing social media pages for companies, then make that your specialist service that you will be selling. But do not offer everything to everyone. Do not offer some do not offer services just because a client requested you to. Be strict with what you offer and make that the service that you specialize in. This will help you scale your business, and that is important when you start growing beyond 5 or 10 clients. You will eventually need to hire more hands to help you out with the client workload. Now, if you are doing all sorts of services, then it is hard to get the necessary talent to do the work, because now one person needs to do multiple tasks and be good at it. Now, that is why I recommend only focusing on one skill, only selling one service and specializing in it. It is way easier finding specialists who you then can hire to do those services. The next big mistake I made in my 12 years of running an agency is underselling myself. Now, this goes back to the imposter syndrome phase, where you don't always believe in your skills and the value that you are giving people, and that sometimes causes some people to undercharge what they're actually worth. Now, how much should you charge? That varies from industry to industry and locations where you're located or where your clients are located. But what I will say is offer them whatever is market related. You can have a good idea by checking out online to see what other people are charging for the same services like you. If you are really good at what you do and you stand out from others, then you can offer even higher than the average company or agency offering the same services as you. But do not fall into the trap of offering too low or taking on clients who are penny pinching, because what I've noticed in my 12 years that the clients who are usually moaning over price, those are the hardest clients to please. And on the flip side, the clients who are happy to pay you a premium fee, they are the easiest people to work with. So definitely charge what you are comfortable charging. Think about also growing the business in future, where you're going to need to hire people and also still afford to pay them and make a profit at the end of the day. So keep that in mind when pricing your services. The next big mistake I made in my business was not continuing to do sales all the time. Once I've had enough clients in my agency, I became comfortable, resulting in me not doing sales as I did in the very beginning. Now, eventually, I found myself in a very peculiar situation where two of the very big clients that I was serving, that was carrying 80% of the company of my agency, left at the same time. And that made me go into a frenzy, because now all of a sudden I was making money one day, the next day I was making nothing. And if you ever tried selling agency services to business owners, you'll know that it's not just overnight where people buy your services. It takes time. So always keep your sales pipeline full. Even if you have enough work, there's always something you can sell them. Even if you cannot service them by doing done for your services, you could always create courses and digital products that you could sell to them, which doesn't require more effort from your side. Keep your sales pipeline full at all times. Now, those were just a few things I could think of right now in the 12 years of running an agency, but there were many more mistakes that I made. And you will make mistakes too, and that's completely normal. So, when making mistakes in your business, make a note of what went wrong. Think about the mistakes. Think about how to avoid it in future, so that you don't ever repeat the same mistake twice. It is completely to make blunders in business, and that's how you grow as a business owner. So don't worry if you are not yet super successful, like all these guys you might be watching on YouTube. It is fine. You will get your time. Just keep persevering and keep pushing in business. If you want to learn and join an online community where we are like minded individuals, wanting to share our success stories and help each other achieve success online through digital marketing business and online business, feel free to join my school link below. You will also have access to me one on one for a limited time while the group is still small. So I look forward to seeing you in there.